What up, guys? This is Diego Techie Life, and today we have another repair video. Fairly quick repair video, but it is a useful one because this one is probably one of the most common ones that I see, aside from the backlights. This one has good backlights, and I'll show you how I tested it real quick. So let me set up this camera pod. There we go. So this one is model number UN46 F64. It's a USA version. There are European ones. So first off, the cover is off. I do have everything plugged in as it should be. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this power, and you'll see what it does. I hear a click. I hear another click. Let's look at this light here. I don't know if y'all can see that light there. There it is. Solid. 1, 2, 3, or 2 blinks. So this continuously happens. It'll blink twice. I think it's like 5 times that it does, or 4 times that it does it. And it just keeps going and going and going, and it doesn't stop. It's like a cyclic, um, power, whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this power button here. So first I'm gonna have to remove this cable here that controls the Wi-Fi, power button, Bluetooth, or whatever else is there. We're gonna go ahead and obviously don't touch any of this because it will be all up here. Okay, so obviously don't touch any of this because this is already filled with current. I'm gonna go ahead and try to remove the main board here. I was having problems with this clip earlier. It didn't want to come off. There we go. It looks like it's the pin. Anyway, so I have my LEDs attached here, and the power button's loose right now, but I have it kind of held to where it doesn't fall over. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this power. You hear it click, and I got nothing. Okay, actually I do have something. It's actually blinking here. It was blinking. So basically, I took this board apart. I'm sorry, not the board apart, but I took this board off, and I was measuring. Whoa. So it's sort of blinking right now. You can see it blinking right here. See? So I took this board off, and I started measuring some of the values on here. The standby, I think it was 3 volts, 5 volts. Everything that's that should be. It seems like it's there, but what I realized is it would say, let's just say 3 volts. It would go down to 2.8, 2.6, and then it would jump back up. And that looks like that's what's happening here. You see that blinking. So I'm guessing that when the load is being pulled, that voltage drops too much. So basically, it's not able to maintain the voltage, or it could be the amps flowing through there. It's a little bit too much in depth for me to check out everything as far as the capacitors go or the transistors. It might be a bad voltage regulator. It might be something pretty simple, but I mean, in this case, the most quickest way to solve this would be just to swap out for another one. And I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Let me grab the other one. So here I have a replacement board. It's exact same identical one, same version. I do see different capacitors here. It looks like it's still factory because it has that sealant here. But everything else looks the same. It might have just been a different revision that they did there. First off, I'm going to remove this power to prevent from anything happening there. Let's see here. We're going to go ahead and remove this power here. You got to be very, very, very careful and hold these boards from the edges, because if you touch any of these capacitors or anything here, you're going to shock yourself. And I've done it plenty of times, but lucky thing it wasn't super high voltage. These capacitors is 450 volts. So that can actually do some damage there. So I will lay it off to the side. I got some screws here that I'm going to remove from this board here. I don't recommend you using a drill only because it can go out of control, but I'm kind of already used to it, so it's not a big deal for me. So like I said, thanks to the guys at Shop Jimmy. I buy from them once in a while, not too often. Only because sometimes the price I don't like it, but this was one of the ones that one of the only ones that had a reasonable price. This is almost $70. Paid almost $70 for this board, which is kind of a little bit higher than I wanted to pay, but like I said, they were the only ones that had, you know, the board. So, oh, when you torque this down, or when you put this, you want to leave it at the lowest torque setting, so that way it doesn't over tighten. So, let me put one more screw just to be on the safe side here. The ground screws are kind of important here. So, let's go ahead and we're going to give it power again. First, plug in your LEDs. Let's give it power. And right there we have a steady flash, or steady light on the backlight. So you see here, there's a glow, steady. There's no flickering involved. So that basically tells me that the backlights are good and potentially the power supply is good. It's supplying power to the LEDs. I did check voltages on here compared to my old one, and they seem reasonable, but like I said, the old one fluctuates too much, and which is what the LEDs are showing here. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this, and we're gonna plug in this main board slowly. I'm gonna put the rest of the screws back on here, since I'm gonna put the cover back on. So I got got two more screws to go here. Alright, so that is secure. I will now put the back cover on here. Perfect. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and attach the Wi-Fi power button and all that stuff here. Let me remove you off this box. So, we went ahead and attach that. We're going to go ahead and test it out. I'm going to plug it in here first. You're going to see at the bottom the lights here. And it's plugged in. We have a solid light. Now it's blinking. So I'm going to go ahead and lift this way. And now we have video here. So before I didn't have video. Hopefully, once again, I hope y'all fixed it. Hope you learned something. This is a general repair for most of the LED Samsungs here. I have repaired a few using this technique. You don't always need a multimeter, but you can kind of base your the board itself on purchasing a board on some of the techniques that I've been using right now. So like I said, hopefully I'll fix it, and hopefully y'all learned something. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. If this helped you, please share it. I would really appreciate you guys. And to the next time, later guys.